not doing anything to remove carbon is also not without impacts.
My name's Hugh Hunt. I'm at the Centre for Climate Repair in Cambridge, and I'm here at COP30 in Belém in Brazil with Rama, and you perhaps can introduce yourself.
Right. Thanks, Hugh. Kilaparti Ramakrishna, Director, Marine Policy Center, and Senior Advisor to the President on Ocean and Climate Policy at the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution in Massachusetts. A long name, but that's where I'm from.
So what brings you then to COP30? What's your mission?
Scripps Institution and Woods Hole together have decided that ocean has an outsized role in helping climate stabilization, and that it has not received the attention it deserves in the climate negotiations.
So this is in carbon drawdown or other things as well?
It is everything that ocean contributes to, maintaining biological diversity, food production, improving ocean alkalinity, marine carbon dioxide removal. One of the things that IPCC talked about. So all of those things. So we started this in Sharm el-Sheikh, and then have been continuing with partners that range from other oceanographic institutions to philanthropic community to research institutions of various kinds. And we hope one of these days we will have you, Cambridge University, and the Climate Repair, as a member of the partner of this as well.
Well, that would be fantastic, and we'd love to host you in Cambridge. A few things that come to mind with oceans for us is alkalinity, which is affecting the shellfish and other species. But to solve the alkalinity problems, perhaps that doesn't help with the carbon dioxide removal problems, or?
No, I mean, ocean alkalinity enhancement is an important part of what we do at the Oceanographic. In fact, we have received the EPA permit to carry out field studies on how to do that at scale.
But the scale is big. I mean, a lot of material used.
Exactly, a lot of material used. But the big difference between ocean alkalinity enhancement and ocean iron fertilization, at least from my point of view, is there is broader acceptance of ocean alkalinity enhancement because it is a problem. Acidification is a problem, and they want to deal with that problem. Whereas ocean iron fertilization is a solution to removing carbon from the atmosphere. So the moment you put it that way, people would say, oh, if you do that well, the fossil industry will get a free check. They can continue burning fossil fuels.
So that's this geoengineering label.
That is the geoengineering label. And then the environmental community feels that doing that might threaten ocean health. And what I can tell you is I'm not an oceanographer, I'm not a scientist at Hugh. I deal with policy matters, and from my point of view, we have been at reducing burning of fossil fuels for all of history of the climate negotiations. And not only have we increased emissions year after year, the emissions this year are the highest ever. So we need to think about removing carbon from the atmosphere. Whatever works. I'm very fond of quoting UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, who took on the movie title, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yes.
So we need to increase forest cover, we need to reduce forest deforestation, and we need to do mangrove forest, kelp forest. We need to improve ocean alkalinity. We also need to engage in ocean iron fertilization.
So when I talk about this napkin diagram a lot, and I think about temperatures rising, business as usual, we've got to stop burning fossil fuels. Carbon dioxide removal seems to be happening too slowly. But if we could get marine carbon dioxide removal to happen quickly, then we get every chance of keeping temperatures at a reasonable level. And how do we accelerate that marine carbon dioxide removal with iron fertilization?
Hugh, I agree with you totally. We need to do this at scale and soon. But we need to make sure that we have the public with us.
Yes.
We need to make sure that we know what we are doing and we know what the impacts are. I'm not going to say that there will be no impacts of any kind at all. There will be, but not doing anything to remove carbon is also not without impacts. And we are talking about AMOC, we are talking about how the circulation patterns are being impacted, we are talking about surface level temperature increases, and all of the various matters that go with it. So we need to be mindful that it is not, by not doing something like oceanographic fertilization, we are leaving ocean in its purity and in its full health. We are damaging it right now without doing anything, and we need to make sure. So my point is, we need large-scale field studies that are large enough to give us a level of confidence that we can do this the right way and keep the damages, negative impact to the minimum. And we need to take the community of scholars, whether scientists like you and others, but also civil society groups, environmental groups, indigenous groups, artisanal fishermen, all of who think that this may impact their livelihoods, their lifestyles, etc. We need to show them what we are doing and what the impact is.
And so COP31 looks like it's going to be in Turkey with an Australian director, president.
Well, this is a very unusual arrangement and never before done in the climate negotiations. We have had 30 COPs. We have had maybe 5 COPs where the president is one country and the country where it was held is a different one. But each and every one of them happened either for financial reasons or political turmoil, but never before, 1 year before, they have agreed on a system like this. So now we have a pre-COP in the Pacific and the COP presidency by Australia, but physical COP will be held in Turkey. So it is a brand new arrangement. Maybe, I'm not going to criticize it. If it works well, by all means.
And you'll be there?
I will be there.
Have you booked your accommodation yet?
No, but there is a lot of work that needs to be done. Just one word about this COP. Brazil, when we came here, we came with great hope that what we're trying to do here at the Ocean Pavilion and what the world community is doing on ocean matters at COP30 is going to bring about a great deal of attention in the decisions that the Conference of the Parties is taking. The text that we have seen as of today, with barely 30 hours left to conclude the negotiations, does not give me great confidence that we are there in terms of including ocean in the formal decisions. That is going to change, that will change, but it's not going to be anything major. So we are focusing almost entirely on the pre-COP, the leadership of Australia and the Pacific Islands, and Turkey and the Western Europe and other countries in the group to come together and say that ocean is the solution for dealing with climate crisis.
Well, look, it's been great talking, Rama, and as usual, I mean, we met last December at the AGU in Washington.
Indeed.
You're going to AGU next month?
I hope so. I do have a UN Environment Assembly to go to before then, so
you're busy, but you got to be busy.
Yes, indeed. The only way to make progress in these times.
Great. Well, thank you very much, and look forward to seeing you, if not before, at COP next year.
Thanks, Hugh. Thanks for all your support.